It's time for a commercial critique, an ad jab, a sponsorship slam. Hello, I'm the commercial critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Have you ever noticed how many commercials on primetime television are prescription drug ads? Constant weird stock footage of people running on the beach, or a chiseled 50-year-old eating fucking corn while a catchy jingle plays in the background. Followed by an incredibly brief description of the horrible side effects that can be worse than the problem the medication is solving.
Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, decreased appetite,
dizziness upon standing, seizures, trouble swallowing, and impaired judgment or motor skills.
Nausea, dizziness, and sweating.
New or worsening cough, chest pain, shortness of breath.
Walking, eating, driving, or engaging in other activities while asleep without remembering it the next day have been reported.
Call your doctor if your depression worsens or if you have unusual changes in behavior or thoughts of suicide.
Severe stomach pain or tenderness, severe nausea or vomiting, extreme fatigue, constipation, excessive thirst or urine,
pancreatitis, and indigestion.
Aggressiveness, agitation, hallucinations, or confusion. In depressed patients, worsening of depression, including risk of suicide, may occur.
Swollen ankles, loss of appetite, rash, itching, headache, confusion, hallucinations, muscle or joint pain, flushing, fever, or weakness.
In some cases, extreme high blood sugar can lead to coma or death. Other risks include
Diarrhea.
Yeah, I may have constant suicidal thoughts, actions, terminal cancer, lung failure, and my penis will fall off, but hey, my skin's looking great. Nothing is everything. But what really grinds my gears, toggles my joystick, and steam powers my engine is the ending of all these drug ads.
Talk to your doctor.
Ask your doctor.
Ask your doctor.
Ask your doctor. Ask your doctor.
Yes, these ads are meant to get the patient to go to the doctor and ask for a specific medication. Does something feel weird about that? Anything seem completely ass backwards about the patient watching a cartoon elephant telling you to take drugs to prevent balding, then being influenced to beg their doctor to prescribe them the drug they saw on TV, like a kid asking for a chocolate bar from the store from their parents? Imagine your doctor. Picture them in your mind. This is mine. Think of the extensive amount of work they had to go through to rack up the credentials to see patients. Completing their undergraduate degree from a 4-year university, passing the MCAT exam, applying and being accepted into medical school, completing that degree course at medical school, passing not one, but 2 parts of the United States medical licensing exam, getting placed and completing residency. After 8 years, this doctor can finally do their life's work of helping people. And then some fucking boomer comes in and says, I need Skyrizi because the TV man told me to. If you don't let me have it, I will shove a potato in your tailpipe and write a sturdily worded letter to your front desk receptionist. Also, Ronald Reagan was a great man, though he was far too liberal for my taste. In a study from 2005 published by Richard L. Kravitz, MD, 152 patients were asked to request specific medications from their physicians. More often than not, the doctors prescribed them the requested drug. And this isn't some supplement pitched to them on a podcast. All of these patients were requesting antidepressants, medications with extremely dangerous effects if used inappropriately or incorrectly. The conclusion of this study goes as follows, quote, patients' requests have a profound impact on physician prescribing in major depression and adjustment disorder. Direct-to-consumer advertising may have competing effects on quality, potentially both averting underuse and promoting overuse. My biggest question is, why does the United States even allow prescription drug ads on TV? Well, this is the general idea. The FDA permits pharmaceutical companies to advertise on television, and these companies see TV ads as a way to target viewers, largely older Americans who need a more extensive medical care and treatment for potentially life-threatening conditions. In theory, having a greater knowledge of what treatment options are out there is a good thing. People can make a more informed decision if they know what all of their options are instead of just what their doctor tells them. Joseph Ross, an associate professor of medicine and public health at Yale University, spoke with an LA Times columnist about prescription drug ads. He was quoted saying, "It's allowed because of a broad interpretation of free speech rights." Ross conducted a study that looked at prescription drug ads and showed that most ads don't even follow FDA guidelines fully, showing how much these companies are allowed to do whatever they want. So really the reason that these are allowed to exist is for America freedom points and the idea that more information is good, even if that information is targeted, manipulative, and under-regulated. Further, the idea of rolling back these ads would cut off a very large and rich industry that most politicians don't want to mess with. In 1996, pharmaceutical advertising in the United States cost companies $550 million. In 2020, that number climbed to $6.58 billion, and it doesn't look like it will wane anytime soon. Taking a quick look at the stats for presidential candidates that took donations from pharmaceutical companies, unsurprisingly, the top two recipients during the 2020 campaign are Donald Trump and Joe Biden, the 45th and 46th president. Obama! I know this all sounds doom and gloom, given that these ads cause more harm than good, and knowing that the only changes that will likely be made are ones that deregulate further. But all we can really do as individuals is try to remind those in our lives the reason these ads exist, and the importance of listening to your doctor, and not making your doctor listen to you. My biggest problem with this commercial is the mise en scène, which is a French term for what is in the frame. Now, the purpose of me using the term mise en scène is to grant me validity and to make sure that nobody questions my credentials. I'm going to dedicate the rest of this video to which former president would make the best hockey goalie. So to start this off, I have pulled up a height chart for all former presidents because height is important to hockey goalies. Number 1, we have Abraham Lincoln at 6'4". Now that is a tall boy, but my biggest problem with Abraham Lincoln is that he is dead, and dead people cannot stop pucks. Therefore, I do not think he would make a very good hockey goalie. Moving on to the tallest living president, it's Donald Trump at 6'3". Now, he's a big boy, and I think he would take up a lot of the net, which is an asset. My concern with him is that I'm not sure that he would be very coachable. Also, I think he would demand to be the captain, and let's just be real, it's better to have a captain that's a forward or maybe an offensive defenseman. It looks like our best bet is to go with the 3 predecessors of Donny Boy, which is Obama, W, and Bill Clinton. Now, W is the short king of the group, but I do think that he would have good management of his stick. I think that he could be like one of those goalies that could score a goal on an empty net, like Marty Brodeur.
I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Now watch this drive.
He's gonna try it, and he scores!
Bill Clinton is the tallest of these 3, but I don't trust him off the ice. I feel like he would get suspended for something. I don't trust him. He is out. He is not my goalie. Obama's probably like the best natural athlete. We've seen him play basketball. He looks pretty good. So really, I think it's got to be between W and Barack. So let me know in the comments which one you think would make the best hockey goalie.